We're back. I am heading to Gold's. It is Sunday, and I'm back on my HYROX shit. So, me, Ariel, and Megan are all going to meet at Gold's. I have a family membership, so I'm just going to add them to my membership. And we're going to get started on HYROX stuff again, because I think we're going to be competing in November in Chicago. Damn it, police sitting right there waiting. Let me make sure I'm not going to get pulled over. On a Sunday, dude, for real. Anyway, so there's one in Atlanta again, October 31st, but Emily's not going to be able to do it because obviously she has Willow, and Willow loves Halloween. So I'm going to guess we're still going to be shooting for the Chicago one. What else? I think that's it right now. So our workouts that I have put together for HYROX are not full-on HYROX workouts like we had been doing. So like every Saturday or Sunday, we were literally doing a full-on HYROX. Now I have put together workouts that are like between 40 and 60 minutes, that should encompass like the HYROX movements and things like that, and help with that conditioning aspect. Along with throughout the week, we need to be doing cardio, right? And Shane has just told me list cardio. So other than today, my cardio is all lists. But after this, I will try to pick up my cardio sessions to more like HIIT sessions. Because, you know, in HYROX, it's just a shitload of running. And I'll be honest, I hate running. I mean, it's just not my thing, right? Plus, it's not like I'm getting any younger. So I feel like the more I run, the more my joints hurt. And being conditioned for running is just not a goal of mine. However, to be and to do well in HYROX, it has to be. Now I can push myself. Like Megan, this is what I've talked about before. Megan and I are partners. Megan does great with running. She doesn't do so well with the strength aspect of stuff. I am not great at running because I hate it, and I'm better with the strength stuff. So we play off of each other's strength. Like, I can push myself enough to keep up with her, and where she can't push as hard during the strength stuff, I can pick up the slack, as long as I get a break. So we're going to be splitting things up a lot differently this time. We kind of did 50-50 last time. Or if I felt like I could go further on some stuff, I did. If she felt like she could go further on some stuff, she did. But this time we're really going to like try to split it up the way we need to split it up. But as far as the running aspect goes, we're going to have to work on that on our own. Because the conditioning workouts that I have planned for us, they will have some running and some cardio aspects in it, but not to the extent that we will be running in HYROX. So with HYROX, between every activity, it's pretty much a 0.6 mile run. I think it's like 0.62. So by the end of the workout, you've ran, I think, a little over 5 miles. Anyway, we're just going to split things up differently, but we're going to end up having to like build up our own cardio endurance on our own. Just because on these weekends, I'll be honest, I don't want to spend almost 2 hours doing a workout. Nor right now do I have the time or the energy for that. So anyway, we are just going to do our best. We're going to take today kind of slow. I put together a 12-week program for us. The workout today is not part of that 12 weeks. We're going to start it tomorrow, but it is very similar to what we will be doing. Not tomorrow. We're going to start it next week because Emily will be able to join in next week. Anyway, that's kind of where we're at on this Sunday morning to start the week off. I check in with Shane. I've got a crazy week coming up, so I check in with Shane tomorrow, and then I've got to be at Elevate Med Spa at 10 for them to kind of look at my nose, make sure I don't need any touch-ups, which I do a little bit on this side, and make sure everything's how it's supposed to be. Then I'll have to come back home, eat a meal, and then Ryan and I will go train. Tuesday morning at 7:30, I have a dentist appointment to get that crown put on my back tooth that's been chipped for like 10 years. So I hope to be done with that by 11 and be back home. I'll try to drink a shake. We'll see how it goes, and then head and train. And then Wednesday, I have 2 morning appointments back to back. So I've got to get that mammogram done, and then I have to go get my stitches taken out of my arm. And then I've got to head to work. Also, Shane's got me on a 5-day split now, so I will be training Monday through Friday. And the HYROX we're doing on Sundays until I have some open Saturdays. Trying to think if there's anything else new. I don't believe so, but I digress. That's what's going on right now. So after this, yesterday I worked for like an hour and a half trying to fill out the online form for our nonprofit. I got to the end where I had to upload documents, and I went to upload them, and then it said error. I tried it again, and it said error. And I was like, okay, I'll just click back, and I'll go, and I'll upload them again. I did. It didn't save any of my shit. So, I have to redo all of that today, which I am livid about. So I've got that on the list as well. So I'm at least going to try to get the nonprofit filed, and then figure out what I have to do for the 1023 stuff and try to get it filed. I don't know if I'll get it all done today, but the goal is to get it done this week. Then we have a for-profit, so going to try to, at some point, hopefully this week as well, get the for-profit filed, also with the Secretary of State. So that's where we're at on that aspect for the sober living home that we're trying to open and the sober living business that we're trying to get started. So we have a for-profit and a non-profit. So we've got 2 going on. Anyway, that's pretty much it, guys. I am about to pull up at Gold's. I think Megan and Ariel are on their way. It's 9:44. We're not meeting until 10. So I'm just going to head in and wait for them. And hopefully we'll get this show on the road and we'll be done by 11. That's the goal anyway. I really kind of want to stop by like a Walgreens or a CVS, and I need some more eyebrow powder. The one that I have is like way too dark. Look how dark those are. The one I had before, I dropped and broke it, and I can't find it anymore. So I may try to stop and do that. We'll see. Anyway, talk to you guys later. All right, guys, we're done. It's 11:47. We actually finished like 20-25 minutes ago, but Ariel wanted me to take check-in pictures for her, so I did that, and then we kind of sat and talked for a little bit. So there's that. But yeah, we're leaving, heading back home. I am hungry. It was a really awful workout. Honestly, I've done worse, but because we haven't done anything like that in so long, it just felt extremely hard today. I'm really tired, so I think I'm just gonna head home and shower. And I saw I could Instacart from Sally, so I may just Instacart some eyebrow powder. Which just sounds so terrible when I can just stop and get some and not have to pay extra. But I'm not into it, man. Or I'll just use what I have for now and just have extra dark eyebrows. But anyway, so here's what we did. We kind of did like a little warm-up. I'll try to take a screenshot and post it in here if I remember again. But we did a warm-up of 3 rounds of like air squats, arm circles, pull-aparts, lunges, ski erg. We didn't have a ski erg, so we did straight arm pull-downs on a dual cable. And then that was just kind of the warm-up. And then for the workout itself, we did 3 rounds. It was deadlifts, the pull-downs, dumbbell thrusters, sled push, walking lunges, renegade rows, wall balls, and then the rower. And we did 3 rounds of that for reps and meters on the rower. And then we finished off, and I didn't do a great job at this because I kept getting ab cramps, but Megan ended up having to leave early. And then Ariel and I finished off with 3 rounds. We did farmer's carries 4 times down the turf and back, hanging leg raises, decline crunches. So there you go. So that's over and done with. It was really maybe like 40-45 minutes. We got started a little after 10. I'd probably say 10:20ish, because we had to like set stuff up. So we went ahead and set everything up that we weren't running all over the place. So yeah, anyway, that's it. I am headed back to the apartment. I'm gonna eat, take the dogs out. I'll probably rest for a little bit and then try to work on filing that paperwork again with the Secretary of State, and go from there. I slept like trash last night. I went to sleep, I slept pretty good, but then I woke up at like 2:30, like wide awake. Like just woke up wide awake. Went and used the bathroom, could not go back to sleep, so I kind of played on my phone for like 2 hours. Finally went back to sleep, and for some reason, Ryan's alarm went off at 6 a.m. Of course it would. He doesn't have an alarm set for 6 a.m. It's set for 7. So he had an alarm that went off at 6 a.m. So, woke me up. Needless to say, I was up at 6:40. So, I'm kind of feeling a little drained today. But, anyway, yeah, we did that HYROX workout number 1 in the books, and we're gonna head on from there. So that's pretty much it, guys. I will check back in with you tomorrow. Hello guys, I am headed to get this crown put on. I have to be there at 7:30, at 7:16. Luckily, it's only like 10 minutes away. I didn't do any vlogging yesterday just because, I'll be honest, I just didn't feel like it. I went and had my nose touched up, and it's pretty sore today. And I have a little bump here and a little bump over here today. I don't think they left the numbing cream on his own. Not that that made a difference, but it was a tad bit more painful this time. Just in certain areas. It wasn't anything crazy, right? But I'm sore, and I have a little bump here, and where she tried to kind of fill in a little more right here, a little bump right here, which I think will go down. So I'm not that concerned with it. So they said that this procedure should take 2 hours. I'm gonna suspect as soon as I get there, I'm gonna have to wait for a second, and we probably won't get started till 8. I'm really hoping to be done by 10:30 and be on my way back home. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Tomorrow I have the mammogram at 9:30. I'm supposed to get my stitches removed at 10:30. I really hope that I am in and out with this mammogram, and then I'm not waiting for forever. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to call and be like, I had a mammogram, it ran over, I'm not gonna be able to make it in, blah, blah, blah. When can you get me in, take these stitches out? I almost just want to take them out myself, but you know, that would probably be a bad idea. Also, I did my check-in with Shane. He responded back. Things look good. Let's see. He's very happy with my progress. I did drop to 125. He didn't really seem concerned with that. Maybe I think he's wanting me to get leaner. That's what Ryan and I were talking about. Like, he's gonna get me leaner and leaner, and then try to fill me out some more. So I guess that's what we're gonna keep doing. He did up some of my supplements, or not up, we added in some supplements. So we did add in T3 Clean and Novalex, or tamoxifen, and not a lot. So but it should help. I'm gonna guess tighten me up some. Again, I'm 4 weeks out, so it's not like I'm doing anything crazy right now. Yeah. Other than that, there's been no changes. Food is staying the same. You know what? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I'm supposed to have a high day today. I don't think that's gonna happen with this tooth. So I'll just text him and be like, today was supposed to be a high day, I didn't have it. Can I do tomorrow? Which also, I'm not quite sure how food's gonna go in the next couple of hours. Like, I had my normal first meal, and with just chewing, right? But I even messaged him and I was like, I can do shakes if I have to. Like, we'll figure it out. So yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go get this tooth fixed. Really hope I'm not in here for forever. I hate going to the dentist. Actually, I hate going to doctors in general. I'll just say that. I'm not a fan of going to doctors. I'll go if I absolutely have to. I go to the dentist twice a year. I don't like it anytime I go. Like, I just don't. Anyway, I digress. I am gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna get to this appointment, and I will, I guess I'll talk to you when I get out of the dentist. Alright guys, well, that is done. They got finished quick, which is what I was hoping for. It is like 9:15. Yes. I was hoping to be done early. Like, I did not want to be there for forever. They had said about 2 hours though, so I mean, they were pretty close. So 7:30, 8:30, 9:30. But it's all done. They just said nothing crunchy or sticky on this side of my mouth for 24 hours. So the house is kind of pretty. I've not seen that before. Never noticed that house before. Damn, it's big. Bigger than I thought. Anyway, I got sidetracked there. Okay. So I'm heading back home now. I have to stop by the post office. I got a P.O. box because we're just constantly trying to find our packages at this place. They have a mail room, but you have to have a code. Like, whoever delivers is supposed to like sign it into the system, and then it sends you like a QR code or like this code that you enter to get into the mail room. But if they don't do that and the mail room's not open, you can't get in it. Or if it's after hours, you can't get in it. So it's just a lot of bullshit that you have to go through to get a package if you didn't get one of those codes, or if someone didn't leave the mailroom door cracked, which I always leave the mailroom door cracked because it is a nightmare to get into. Also, you're supposed to have certain assigned areas for your apartment numbers. They don't pay attention to that. They literally just throw it anywhere. So there's been times where I've gone in to look for mail, and I've literally had to look at every single package to find if it was mine. So anyway, I got a P.O. box. So I'm gonna check it. I ordered some stuff last week. This will be the first time I've like actually had it sent to the P.O. box, and I think it's shipped Friday from Kentucky. So what is today? Tuesday. It may or may not be there, but I'm gonna go in and check anyway. So yeah guys, that's pretty much it for now. We're gonna see how this goes. I don't feel terrible right now, but the entire side of my face all the way back to my ear is numb. So we'll see what things feel like once this wears off. The crown does feel very weird in my mouth. I've not had to have any type of dental work like this in so long. It's literally just been cleanings. So everything feels weird. My tooth itself feels weird. So, but we made it through it. I was up at 5 o'clock this morning. I reset my alarm for 5:30, and then I was like, no, just go ahead and get up. You gotta do cardio. Like, you gotta get your shit going. So anyway, but all right guys, I will check back in with you later. Alright guys, it's Wednesday. No mic on today because, to be honest, I just didn't feel like putting it on. Wow, this shirt is super wrinkled. I look very trashy. I got makeup on this motherfucker. Ugh. I hate this sometimes. We're just gonna try to tuck it in. Whatever. It's time to go get my boobs smashed. So it's gonna be great. I'm kind of nervous about, I think I talked about this. I can't remember what I've talked about and what I haven't, but I'm kind of nervous about getting my implants replaced. I'm like, is it a good idea? Is it not a good idea? There's not necessarily anything inherently wrong. I mean, I already put the money down. I'm gonna do it. But anyway. Yeah, so I'm heading to get this mammogram, and then I have to leave from there and go get my stitches taken out. For some reason, I keep thinking since we've moved, I'm only like 10 minutes away from stuff now, and I am not. I'm like 15 to 20 minutes away. And I am like, I planned on getting there early, so, you know, they always make you fill out a bunch of stupid paperwork and all that kind of stuff, and that takes time, and then you don't get back there.
In a quarter of a mile,
later,
use the left lane to turn left to I-65 south toward Nashville.
Ways on, because everywhere you go in Nashville is a fucking train wreck, and you might as well GPS it, or you're gonna get stuck somewhere. But I really hope I get out in time to get these stitches taken out. If not, and I can't get in for like another 2 weeks to get these out, I'm gonna take them out myself. Is that dude on a fucking go-kart? Hang on. What is this guy driving? Oh, he's on, really? He's on one of those 3-wheel motorcycles. Anyway, when I say 3-wheel, I meant like the 2 in the front, 1 in the back. Sorry. ADD there. It's just gonna be a jam-packed day. I unluckily, woke up at like 5 o'clock this morning. Not happy about that, but I woke up early, so I went ahead and got up at like 5:30. I took the dogs out, did all my stuff. I made myself get up at 7 and do cardio. Like, when I say get up, like, I usually take the dogs out, take my supplements.
In 1,000 feet, turn left to I-65 south toward Nashville.
I have this morning drink that I make that is Core Hard from Core Nutraceuticals, and this new AD, what's it called, Gut Protocol or something like that. Anyway, it's supposed to be good for your digestive health, and I've gotten to where I drink it every morning. What is on my lip? So I'll do that, and then I'll make my coffee, and then I'll lay on the couch with the dogs for like 30-40 minutes and just chill. And I'll TikTok and YouTube and whatever, and then I'll get ready and go. Let me get on 65 so this GPS doesn't keep going off. Okay. What the fuck? Oh, I'll lay on the couch for like 45 minutes just doing whatever, and then I'll get up and do my cardio or whatever it is I have to start doing for the day. So that's kind of what I did for today. I'm supposed to have clients until like 6:30 tonight, but I haven't heard back from this one particular client, so I have no clue what's going on with her. I'm gonna text her again today and see how she's doing, but I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna try to get these errands run. I've got to get to the studio and get my training done. I've got back to do today, and then I have to work on my client Brenda's fit model suit, which isn't that, there's not that much to do, right? It's just to get the strings together, scrunch the butt a tad bit more, and then we're good. And then I have a figure suit top that I have to remake. So I made this suit for a pro client of mine last year. And she said she was a C cup, so I made it like a molded C cup top, but it was just a little too big. It just didn't fit how it was supposed to, and she ended up wearing it anyway. It looked fine, but I told her to let me know when she started to compete for next year, and I would remake the top in just a normal triangle cut, and I'm gonna make it like a B cup, which I have the base made. I just have to put the stones on. So suits for me have kind of slowed.
Watch out, vehicle on shoulder ahead.
Suits for me have slowed down a bit, just because mainly in like Tennessee, some of the shows are like dying down. I've had like a few requests for like rentals and stuff like that, but that's been about it. And I may get like a random request here and there for a custom suit, so it's not been like super slammed like it has been, especially since I've gotten some of those last minute suits out of the way.
In 1 mile, use the right lane to exit right to exit 92, State Route 45, Old Hickory Boulevard toward Madison.
Well, you guys will know exactly where I'm going because of the GPS. But anyway, ooh, that's a pretty Porsche. I'm not usually a Porsche girl, but I like that one. Anyway, that's kind of where we're at this morning. I'll let you know how things go, and I'll check back in with you later. All right, guys, I am at my studio. I got everything done right on time, and it's 11 o'clock. So mammogram wasn't that terrible. It went a lot faster than I had anticipated, so that's good. Also, I got the stitches removed from my arm. I need to put some stuff on it, speaking of. So stitches are out. It's red. I have a nice little scar there, but you know, no biggie. It is what it is. I've got clients starting up at 1:30. I'm about to drink my shake. I'm gonna do a little bit of suit work, and then I'm gonna train at noon. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Trying to think if there's anything else. I don't think that there is. Everything went way quicker than I had anticipated, so I am very happy about that. Anyway, all right, guys, that's it. So we're gonna roll on with this day. I feel kind of half out of it because I slept like trash. I keep having these weird dreams, but anyway, that's a whole nother story. What's up, guys? We are back. I am not putting the mic on because I don't feel like it. So I'll just talk loud. I did my check-in this morning. I'm up 2 pounds from my check-in on Monday. I don't know why, I'll be honest. I told him I did have my last 2 meals later than normal, just because I got behind. And I've been stressed out. Like, you know, I had to do the nose thing on Monday. Tuesday, I had my tooth done. Yesterday, I had the mammogram, and then the stitches removed. Then worked. You know, it could just be a mix of things. I don't know. I did have more, like, what am I trying to say here? I had some pickles last night. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I'm just rolling on. He's been responding to my emails around like 4-ish, so we'll see what he comes back with. You know, maybe this is TMI, but I also didn't poop a whole lot this morning. I'll see what he comes back with, and then I'll just fill him in on some details from there. You know, we'll see. I've got to get to the studio, I have a FaceTime client at 11. I have to pack up a suit and print out a label. And I also have to do some stuff to my YouTube so my marketing team can have access to it, which I was supposed to do last night and I forgot. So yeah, I guess it's a full day. And then tomorrow is going to be hectic as well. I've got my FaceTime client in the morning. I immediately have to leave and go train at Gold's. And then I've got my group posing session, which I'm hoping I can start a little bit early. I may have to end a little bit early to make sure I make it to the studio by 1:45. And I've got clients slammed in from 1:45 until 6. I've got 4 ladies competing at the fit show, 3 fit model, 1 bikini. I also have one of them renting a suit. I've got to get that fitted on her and adjusted. I have to take the butt in of another one when she comes in. And I've got one of Ryan's clients coming in to pick up a suit that she's going to wear. So it's going to be a hectic Friday. And then show day, I'm not doing anyone's hair or makeup or anything like that, but I am going to bring stuff with me in case anybody needs touch-ups or anything like that done. I always take my sewing kit with me. Yeah. Anyway. So, yeah, it's going to be a hectic weekend. It's pretty much going to be a working weekend. And then Sunday, I've got my HYROX. So, yeah, it's going to be a lot. Anyway. Dude, can you get over so I can get over it? Thank you. I'm kind of upset about this weight increase. I think what Shane's idea is to drop me lower and then fill me out, but a 2-pound gain when you're 4 weeks out isn't great. So not happy about that. We're just gonna keep rolling along. He may increase my cardio. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. We'll just see what his feedback is. I'll let you guys know when I'm on the way home. What's up, gang? Here we are. It is... What day is it? It's Friday. And I am heading to the studio to train. I was supposed to be heading to Hendersonville to Unique Fitness for the group posing class, or the group session that I have, but I had to reschedule on them. I was just not feeling well this morning. I got up, I felt a little kind of off. I got my cardio done, but my stomach was just like so messed up, and I was like, it's not gonna happen today. So I had to send a group message out to them and be like, hey, I'm not going to make it. I'll have to like reschedule on one of these dates. Luckily, they're going to be able to make those dates. The ones I suggested work. So I think it's just up to me to like pick which one. Also, the lipoma that I had removed on my arm, it's not gone. I don't know what they took out, but it wasn't what I wanted taken out. So now that it's healed and it's not swollen or anything, there is still a fucking knot there. Right there. See it? You can see it right there. Like, what the fuck? So I had to call them back this morning and be like, look, I don't know what you did, but you didn't take out what you were supposed to take out. Now, obviously, they took something out. Like, I watched it. I saw it. I held the jar in my hand once they put it in there. There was a little knot of something in there. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So, yeah, there's that. So now, next Tuesday, I'm going to have to go back in for them to look at it. I'll probably have to schedule another appointment to get it removed. So it's been great. My sleep has been kind of okay. I've been able to literally go to sleep with no issues. And I pretty much stay asleep until I have to wake up and pee. Once I wake up and pee, though, going back to sleep is the issue. Like, I'll go back to sleep, but then I just want to stay in bed all day. So I end up having to force myself to get up. Feedback from Shane yesterday. I don't remember if I told you guys this. He didn't have any issues with me being up 2 pounds. He said I looked good. He wanted me to start sending posing video. So I messaged him today and I was like, hey, can I send you check-in pics, in the morning? And then once I get to the gym where there's like better lighting and a place for me to pose, I can send you posing video. And he was like, yeah, that's totally fine. So I'm going to do that. Today's going to be pretty hectic. Like, I'm trying to get to the studio to train because I've got clients starting at 1:45. So I've got a training client, and then for the next hour, I have check-ins with my clients that are competing and my posing clients. So I've got my 4 people coming in for me to look at them. I need to quickly take in the suit of one. One's got to pick her suit up. Another one's got to try a suit on, and I'll likely end up having to alter it. And then I've got one of Ryan's clients coming to pick up a suit. She's going to have to try it on. So, yeah. It's going to be a packed hour right there. And I may end up running late with posing clients. Technically, I've got clients until 5:15 tonight. I'm going to see if there's some way I can't smash them in a little bit earlier so I can get out a little bit sooner. So we'll see. I've also been dealing with a slight headache since 10 o'clock. I don't know where this headache's coming from, but probably my neck. I don't know. Anyway, that's just a quick update for you guys. I just thought I'd get on here and fill you in with what feels like the chaos in my life. So, anyway, I'm heading to the studio. I need to start my training by 12, which I should be able to do. And yeah, that's it. I got to put my waist trainer on. I've been really laxing on putting my waist trainer on in the mornings, and I've been wearing it in the afternoons. So there's that also. Anyway, all right, guys, I'll check back in with you later. What's up, guys? Good morning. It's Sunday, and I'm really just here to close this video out. I am so tired. The show, my client's show, fit show yesterday, literally completely wore Ryan and I out. Even though it was local, it felt so long because prejudging ended at 2 o'clock. So it went from 10 to 2, and then it started back up at 3. So we just stayed there. And it just felt brutal because we normally kind of get longer of a break. So we'll go back to the hotel and lay down, and we didn't get to do that. Even with an hour break, I don't know that we would have gone back to a hotel. We probably would have just stayed. But holy crap. So proud of all of my clients. They ranged in age from 47 to 61. Can you believe that? That is so awesome. They all did amazing. Let's see. Brenda and Michelle ended up getting like 2 5th places. Let's see. Melinda ended up, I think, getting like a 5th and a 4th place. Tanya ended up getting 2nd, 3rd, and then she won the overall for 45 plus. So, some really great results. I'm so proud of all my clients. Literally anyone I've ever coached, I'm so proud of. Like, it's just, people don't understand the amount of willpower and dedication it takes to step on stage. They think it's just, you know, for vanity or, you know, I don't really know what people think, but I know that a lot of people have a misconception about it. So I just know the work that it takes. I know the work that they've put in. I know the personal struggles that some people have gone through to even get to the stage. So stepping on stage in itself is just a win on its own. So just, I love all my clients so much. I just want the best for them, and I'm just so proud of everyone. I am exhausted, and I have to go do a HYROX today. I also stepped on the scale this morning, and I was 124.4. What the fuck? I'm telling you, this seems to happen to me every time I have a rest day, because I'm not going so hard at work and, you know, lifting weights for people all day long, etc., etc. So, plus, I was running around a lot backstage. Not as much as I was at the state show, because I didn't do anyone's hair or makeup here. I had 4 clients, and there's no way I would have been able to do everyone's hair and makeup. Like, we would have had to have started just as early as their appointments for hair and makeup. So, and it was at the venue, so it was convenient. We've got the HYROX today, and I'm so tired. We ended up going to bed at like 10:30, and then I just woke up wide awake at like 4:30, 4:45, something like that, and just really didn't go back to sleep. So yeah, we'll see how today goes, and we'll go from there. But other than that, I'm gonna post the reel of my clients on here. I'm just so proud of everyone. That's all I keep saying, but it's the truth. I really am. So, yeah. That's it, guys. Catch me next week when we are 3 weeks out. Let's see. I've got a check-in tomorrow, and I have a check-in on Thursday. So, we'll see what Shane says, and we'll go from there. Anyway, I'll catch you guys in the next one.
Lights, camera, action. I see you looking at my